What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back into the video on the channel, and today we are trying Mochinut for the first time. I've heard so much about this restaurant and I've never actually gotten to run into one, so as soon as I saw a new location popped up, I had to go try it and see what's going on. More or less, their menu consists of, well, Mochinuts, which we'll get into, and they had an entire selection of the Korean style corn dogs, hot dogs, that there's a few I never tried before, so I'm super excited to try this. I also got one of their, I believe this is brown sugar ube tapioca. Oh, so you guys are already notified, man. I am running on like 1 hour of sleep in the last 2 days, so if I look tired, bro, I don't even care. Just drop a thumbs up. I love y'all, bro. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm hungry because I haven't eaten since yesterday morning, and it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon the following day. I already just came on a bike ride. None of y'all care about that stuff, man. Let's get into these corn dogs. I should open these bad boys up. They are still hot. I don't live far, and I sped home. Well, I didn't speed. We don't do anything illegal here. So, ooh, okay. They're all taped, so I just want to get these open. Jesus. I know that no one cares that someone's supposed to film, right, with this stuff, but let me give y'all a little secret as I open these bad boys up. When you film, these cornflakes? Like cornflakes. I got one of each, by the way. All half and half, except for one, I think. So, when you film, when you have this, like, too much white in your setup, it will throw off the balance unless you have a white background, which I don't. So, anytime they use these, oh, that smells good. I don't know why Flamin' Hot Cheetos even smells good today, which is not normal for me. Oh, that smells really good, I ain't gonna lie. The breading on this looks amazing. This is actually, looks a little burnt, but not burnt in a bad way. Some people might say this is burnt. I'll say it's Cajun. All right, there we go. Anyway, that looks like crap. I don't even care, bro. I'm tired, bro. I love y'all so much. Y'all have no idea. If I didn't, I'll be sleeping right now. Let's start off with this one. This is a ramen. I wanted to try the ramen. I said ramen weird. I don't even care. Again, I'm going to say I don't even care like 48 times. Look at the breading on this. That's breading. It's freaking ramen. So they got ramen noodles that they deep fried, and they put around, I got the half and half, so there should be like a mozzarella and a cheese dog or a hot dog in here. Cheese dog. Ah, cheese pull. That's pretty damn good. Hold on. Gotta keep going. The ramen on here tastes delicious. It just adds a really, really nice crunch to it. But the other cool thing, they do have that little bit of like a sugary to go with the savory actual corn dog batter, which is very light, airy, and really good. There's a little bit of sweetness on there that I find like a nice contrast. Now, I want to try the other part, which I know is down here because they always do that. No. That mix of that saltiness that you get from a hot dog with this like little bit of sweetness they have on here. I don't know if this is the proper way to eat one, but I like the combination when you actually get the combination. And most of them, when they say half and half, how it works is you can see it on my bitten part. The hot dog part goes in the bottom, and then cheese on the top, or vice versa. And I like the contrast that you get. So I always end up doing this, and then it ends up sliding down a pole like stripper. Whatever. This is delicious. Seriously. I think it costs like $5. It's not bad. That I can run with. 8.7 out of 10. It's good. Alright, let's try this brown sugar ube. It sounded good. So I said, you know what? Let's rock. See real quick. I like the fact that it came in a can too. Traveled much better than when you usually get it in that like It's very sweet. Now I know that I'm getting the balls at the bottom, but that's very sweet. Actually goes well though when you have things that are like savory and salty. I wouldn't be able to drink a ton of that just because I don't really drink a lot of sugary drinks, believe it or not. But that brown sugar has such like a nice little sweetness that pairs well with the ube, which at this point, because I've had so much Filipino food, the ube I know a lot about. I would like get a smaller one. That's the only thing for me. I can't drink sugary stuff, but I would give that a 6 out of 10. It's good. I think other people will like it a lot more than me, but I knew going into it it's a sweet drink. Anyway, which one's which? What are you doing? Nah, let's do Flamin' Hot. I don't know why. Flamin' Hot just looks good. I'm not really big on Flamin' Hot Cheetos anymore. I just kind of got bored of them, but that's just, man. Wow. Wow. I have had in my life a ridiculous amount of Flamin' Hot. Being a person who reviews food for the last 5 or 6 years, when I started reviewing food on Instagram, Flamin' Hot Cheetos wave was like at the all-time high, and they were just like relentless in the releases of stuff. So I just got really bored of it. But the breading that they use on this is actually better than any other franchise place that has used this to cover anything. Like, don't get me started on Cosmic Wings. It's one of the worst incarnations I've ever seen, but it's perfect. The amount of breading, the flavor that you get from it, and even how crisp it is, and it pairs really well with the glizzy, believe it or not. The corn dogs that they use for these, as opposed to other places that I've had in the franchise genre, when you go to a legit place, like, it's another thing, it's spot on. The texture, it's like moist, it's airy, it's like, this is really damn good. And I got this because I think it's on the menu, I have to get it. I think the play with, this is the only original one that I got, I believe. No, the Panko one is too, this one. Or is it that one? Doesn't matter. But certain ones work better with you just like without the cheese. For me, because I like the spicy and salty contrast you get from this. Usually new locations suck. This one does not. Nice job, man. This made me want Flamin' Hot stuff again. And that's hard to do at this point. Wow. I didn't think I'd like this one more than the ramen, but I do. For real. 9 out of 10. It's cooked perfectly too. Great job. One of the most popular versions that you have is the potato. I've had this so much, and I've had some bad ones, and I've had some really good ones. This is a half and half as well. Big chunks of potatoes on here, which they usually are. They still have that OG kind of breading, which is on here, so I can see what they're doing. They start off with this for the most of them, and then they're kind of just like dipping them in different stuff. They're rolling it around. It's smart. Makes for an efficient meal as well. So bad. So bad. They got the cheese spot on too. Some places, and this is even off camera, when you get places that don't do this right, the cheese, because you have to make sure that this isn't undercooked, but this isn't overcooked. So sometimes what they do is they have it fried, but it's still kind of cold on the inside. And I literally ate one inside the store one time, and it was still like kind of cold because I think they were scared to overcook the batter, which makes sense, but the execution matters on this. Very, very nice. All of these have been very good. I need to get so what's down here. It's good, man. Okay. The difference between this one and this one is kind of negligible, other than obviously the potato being on there. I preferred the ramen. The potato is always good to me, but the contrast sometimes of having like actual potatoes, which they usually do on here, and this, I don't know why, but on a corn dog, it just doesn't work for me as well. As I take another bite, I told you I haven't eaten in like 20 hours, but of the 3 I've had so far, it was alright. I just prefer the toppings more because they're all the same on the inside, but it's just more like a toppings thing. But I would give that a 6.5 out of 10. Okay, I should have started with the original. I'm going to end with it. Panko. These look like cornflakes. I don't look like Panko breadcrumbs, man, but it's okay. Nice crunchy contrast, but they're just regular breadcrumbs, so it just works better with the Flamin' Hot and the ramen more than anything. Yeah, once you get down to these, they're kind of redundant. I feel like I'm eating the same thing over and over again. Not that they're bad, but the ones that stand out are the ramen and the Flamin' Hot. Just because there's like a difference, it stands out. Like the flavor profile. With these, they're all cooked well. They're all breaded well. They're all crispy. The cheese is still stretchy. They are good, but they don't stand out, if that makes sense. So, I still prefer this one to this one more because of the contrast of like those giant ass potatoes. Come on. I'm sorry for chewing like that. No, I mean like a pound of cheese in my mouth, bro. So, give me a second. Control myself here. I would give this one a slightly higher score. I would give it a 7.2 out of 10. Also, excuse me for being tired. These are freaking cornflakes. This is the cereal one. This is the Panko one. I don't know why I said this doesn't look like Panko. Of course, because it's not Panko. By this time, most of y'all didn't even get there, and you're already correcting me in the comments because y'all love to correct me, bro. Again, I'm tired as hell. That's Panko. This hot dog is a little pale. That's good though. Even this one, I think they left in the fryer for a little bit too long. It's still good. I'm like at an impasse when it comes to what I like inside of the corn dogs. For me, I rarely get just cheese. I don't know if you noticed, but I only got half and half or original. I never go with just full cheese. I don't know if it's like a psychological mind block, but I feel like corn dogs need to have like a hot dog in it. I don't know. It's a weird thing. But I do like the cheese too. But this one, it's kind of the same thing again. I would go with the cornflake one. They should have did that with a different cereal. And no, not like Fruity Pebbles or something, but like something with a little more sweetness to it. Because when you bread things with cornflakes, like you still have to put something on them, and there's not anything on them. So there's not much to differentiate it. But in order, the Cheetos one was by far the best. The ramen one, and then these three, you can really mix and match. I would put this one with the Panko as well. The potato one just is a con. I said it 14 times already, I know. So, same exact score, man. 7.2 out of 10. Alright, let's try these. I just asked for a 3-pack of variety. I have no idea what I'm eating. Literally, I just said, give me 3. Looks like there's a chocolate one. I'm gonna guess the pink one, the purple, I should say, is ube. Let's start with this one because I have no idea what it is. All right, balls and some sort of powdered sugar with it. See how the white just came off. All right, let's try this out. That's so strange. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's like a raspberry. Honestly, I like the texture, but it's okay. But I think it's more just a flavor thing. The raspberry glaze, which is on here. Is that raspberry? Hold on. Actually, it might be grape. Is this jelly? It's supposed to be a jelly? I thought it was raspberry jelly. But now that I'm getting it, there's really not enough on it that I started to get, like, no tartness, which I thought, but yeah. I just feel like there needs to be more on that donut because it just tastes like a plain donut. The texture on it, yes, is a little bit different because it kind of has like a more of a chewier, but like airier kind of vibe to it. If you put something else on there, which are on the other two, I'll probably like it a lot more. That one, there was like just a little sprinkle of powdered sugar and like a dangle. Yeah, I'm using the word dangle. I don't even know. Dangle. Doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, so next time I need something more, like, you know, like some icing, something. It's just, I guess it's just the weird American in me, but I would give that one a 5 out of 10. It's just bang average. We're gonna try this one in the middle. It smells like hazelnut, not chocolate. Let's see. That's what I'm talking about. See what I'm saying? Look, on my face. That's what you want. This is hazelnut, 100%. When you make a donut, it needs to be like this. That is like a perfect amount. I know it's all over my face too. Here, hold on. With the chewy texture of everything, if you like Nutella, you'll love this. It's pretty straightforward, but what matters is the actual, and just look. Super light. Just, it's like light but dense at the same time. It's like an oxymoron of a Mochinut. But I think that one was very good. 8.5 out of 10. Let's move on to this one. Usually things that are this color, I don't even care, bro. We're going. I'm gonna bite this one because I got the little white chocolate on here. That's very good. It's a very distinct flavor. The white chocolate is overrated as hell if you ask me. But I still like it sometimes. Other than that little frosted one, these bang. Because I placed my order on an app, it didn't give me the option to pick my flavors. It just said 1 piece, 3 piece, you know, whatever. It's like $11 for these 3. It's kind of crazy. But this one has a white chocolate drizzle on it that really makes it very sweet, but because anything that's ube tends to be sweetened up a lot, it does work well with it. The main thing for me is if you go in there and you order not like me without the app, you can pick whatever you want to, and you pick a flavor you like, you'll like this part of it. It's different than a traditional donut. Again, I can't really describe the texture because it's dense, but it's also airy at the same time, which makes 0 sense. But this was my favorite one of the 3 so far. I'm really not a big donut guy unless they're cake donuts because I'm weird like that. But also $11 is crazy. It's crazy. Damn near explosion. But I gotta wash my hands, but I give that an 8.6 out of 10. Overall, I think this place is good. If you're stopping there for a quick bite, the only thing, I mean, if you get like a Korean dog and a donut, it'd probably run you like $9, $10. You add that, you're looking at like a $12 meal. I don't know how big of an eater that you are. If you're a person who's looking to get crazy full off that, I think you will if you get the corn dog, but I'm not big on sugary drinks, I said that. It's nice to have it. I know that there was one in an H Mart near me. I just never really get over there because they close so early. And again, people don't realize this. And somebody commented it yesterday. A few of you did because I said 9 o'clock is too early for me. A lot of people don't realize that I don't work a 9 to 5 job, which means I don't wake up at 9 o'clock. But I also work until like 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's why. I know people think of the traditional workday as like, okay, well, you know, it's 9 o'clock. You get home at 3 o'clock. Like, when you run 2 businesses, one of which being a content creator and the other one you're basically running a one in the fitness industry, that's just kind of how it works. Like, I usually don't get done with my day until like 4 in the morning. So I don't wake up usually until about noon. Then I have my first job from about 1 p.m. to about 9 p.m. And then my second job is usually from about 9 p.m. until 3 o'clock in the morning. What the hell can you do at 3 o'clock in the morning? I stream on Twitch. That's usually 3 or 4 hours. Recording a video, editing that video, editing my shorts, my reels, things like that. Business opportunities, so I have to talk to brands. I have to answer emails. It usually takes a long time. I have calls, conference calls with... It's a lot of stuff. And I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you that my day starts later. This ain't a complaint. I know people be curious about that kind of stuff, but, you know, not everybody works a 9 to 5, man. I wouldn't want to personally. I don't like the morning, bro. Even when I was going to school, I used to hate it. But I think if overall this place is pretty good, I would give it like a 4.4 out of 10. It's not like, I look at things with my expectations, and I think maybe that's why I rate things differently. I see Mochinut. I'm not expecting 5-star food. I'm expecting something where I can hop in, get a quick bite, get some different stuff, and boom, I'm out. So my expectations going in might be different than a lot of people. I don't know what people expect. You know what I mean? And I'm not telling you can look at things differently, but anything that I look into before I rate it. So if I give something from TGI Fridays an 8, I didn't expect that to be good anyway. Like, I didn't. And I'm not rating against anything else. I'm just rating against other similar things like TGI Fridays. In this case, there's only like 3 or 4 other places I've ever had in this genre, all of which serve Korean hot. There's 2 Hands corn dogs. Is this place better than 2 Hands? The hot dogs are. 100%. So, that's really it. You know what I mean? But that's all I got. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow. More content. And I love y'all. I'm tired. They made it to YouTube.